Alright guys, we'll go back to the way we all go. You know, I don't understand it. It's the intro to this game as a blood splatter with the sound effect as an animation, and then on the logo you actually see the blood splatter too. And it tags on Steam since it's a horror game. The main menu has the creepy, like, piano-like music, but nothing scary has actually happened yet, and we're only on the final day. That it is. Yeah, it says day 3 final day, unless there's more to this game that makes us overstay longer, or maybe it's because I chose Noel every time, so maybe nothing's bad happened, I don't know. Alright, so, this will be your last day here, will it, lad? Yeah, I have to catch a train at 7 p.m. Oh, what a shame, you have to leave so soon, we hardly got to see anything of you. Oh, I'm sorry, Grandma. I hope I wasn't being too rude. And no, it's quite alright, dear. I understand it's only natural that a young boy such as yourself would want to spend time with your friends rather than us old fossils. Oh. From across the dining room table, my grandma offers me a smile. For some reason, that smile makes me feel a bit guilty. Maybe I should have spent more time with my grandparents after all, even if they did keep trying to usher me out of the house. My grandparents really are getting old now. It wouldn't be surprising if either one of them got ill, or even worse in the upcoming years. Since they live all the way out here in the middle of nowhere, I don't get to see them very often. Well, if this trip is the last time I get to see them, there, dear. I left my head blinking. My grandmother is resting her hand against mine, a small on her face. Her hand is smaller for almost like a child's. The skin is wrinkled and marked with age, and the knuckles standing out prominently. I don't know if I ever noticed just how delicate my grandmother looks before. Grandma, don't worry about us, love. We're getting along just fine, aren't we, Jotaro? Of course. I feel just like a man of 25. I'm not ready to join my ancestors in the ground just yet. Ho ho ho, you always were afraid of your father, weren't you? I ain't afraid of that blustering old goat, Chio. We meet up again. I'm going to show him what's what. That's nice, dear. It's good to have faith in yourself. I do indeed. There's something more precious to a man than self-confidence. That you'll see through anything at all, right? Self-confidence, you know, how much you think I managed to stay alive for so long, lad? Pish posh. I know you like to show off, dear, but I think I deserve some credit too. My cooking is the thing that keeps you alive, keeps you going. I mean, it is. Oh, my grandmother laughed, the wrinkles prominent around their mouths underneath their eyes. I can't help but feel relieved that maybe when you get older, you stop worrying so much. Instead, you just sit back and enjoy the remaining life you have left. I wonder, is it because I'm privileged that I'm able to worry all the time about such pointless things? If I was as old as my grandparents, maybe I would just be just as relaxed as they are. I look at the old, outdated phone sitting inconspicuously on the table in the hallway and ponder. It's a question that kept me up almost at 9. I still haven't come any closer to finding an answer. Should I invite Noel to go with Amy and I or not? Noel is my friend too, and I value her dearly. If I didn't invite her, she might feel betrayed. However, I know Amy and Noel don't get along very well. Amy was too brash and Noel was too quiet, and they never have anything to say to each other. I don't want to make either of them uncomfortable, and I don't want my last day here to be awkward either. I'm going to invite her because, if Amy was any decent, she realized this is her last day. These are the only 2 friends I have in this town left, I guess. So, hopefully, she won't mind using my last day to hang out with both of them at the same time. Because there might not be time to hang out with each of them individually if I have to be back by 7. Like I even need to think about that. Of course I'm going to invite Noel. What kind of fair would I be if I didn't? If this is going to be the last day here, then I want to see both of them. I say, yeah, exactly. I can't choose between them, and I want to be fair too. In this case, there's only one real choice, the choice of not choosing. If I was doing a test, I'd fail if I adapted this method, but real life isn't the same as school. The arbitrary rules of exams don't apply here. I won't choose. I refuse to. Yahoo! At Chan. I'm greeted by him whipping at me energetically with inches to the forest. Only the name she calls me is mine. I'm the only one she greets, even though I'm not alone. There's somebody else walking by my side. It's a girl just an inch or so taller than me, wearing a white sundress. Her hair is long and pale, falling down her shoulders in a cascade. Her arms and legs are bare. She isn't wearing any socks, only an old scuffed pair of white sandals that look as though they've seen better days. She's clutching a large sketchbook against her chest, her eyes poking out over the top of it cautiously, as though she's trying to use it as a shield. It's Noel. It's a sunny day. Shafts of light fall across my field of vision, making Emily's waving figure blurry, indistinct. Maybe that's why Emily didn't greet Noel. Owing to the sunlight, she didn't see her. But Noel doesn't seem to see it like this. She's fixating on herself like a wrung-out sponge, pressing her body close up against mine. She's starting to high from Emu. Are you sure it's okay if I'm here too? Of course, says Emu won't bite. I know, but if I was originally invited, then wouldn't I just be getting in the way? No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Emu's a nice person, you know. Noel's gaze shifts downwards, directed at her mug kicks in. Those I know, but I wouldn't want to intrude. If I'm a burden, you can just say so and I'll leave. I don't want you to tell lies for my sake. Why would I lie? You and Emu are both my precious friends. Well, if you're sure. I bet Emu continues to call me out. Her light being funny to how bouncy with each and every movement. Yo, at Shane, hurry up. I'm going to have old age waiting here. At Shane and... Oh, as though all night approached recognition suddenly dawns on Emu's face. She spotted Noel. Oh, then who do we have here? Emu speaks in a sing-song tone as she leans forward, hands on her hips, smiling. I know Emu's just playing around, but Noel isn't a person who appreciates that kind of familiar communication, especially not for somebody she doesn't know very well. As soon as her eyes meet, Noel makes a small squeaky sound like a mouse that clings over maybe closer to my side. Well, that's one way of saying hello, I guess. Noel doesn't reply. Emily's sarcastic comment has rendered her mute. Emily sighs. Geez, what did I expect anyway? Noel presses her body even more closely against mine. I know Emily isn't trying to be rude. She's just being honest. Emily doesn't hide her true feelings. I suppose it's natural she feels a little put out after making such a great effort to be friendly. It probably feels like her hard work is being thrown right in her face. Sadly, Emily isn't like Noel. She doesn't really understand how she thinks. Both of them have very different style of communicating, so they've never been able to hold a proper conversation. Can't let this awkwardness swallow up my whole day. I wanted this to be fun. I have to do something. Hey, Emily, don't say something like that. No, it's just a little quiet, that's all. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, yeah, I know. Amy looks a little surprised at being scolded. I guess she's not used to being a reprimanding nerd. In a serious way, anyway. Maybe that's why she apologizes. Well, maybe I was a little rude. I'm sorry, Noel. In all regards, Amy suspiciously still hiding me on my back. The Emma is starting to develop her courage. She takes a step forward. She walks towards Amy. It's alright. I was probably the one being rude. Huh? No, it's okay. I'm just not used to quiet people, I guess. I don't know how to talk to them. Huh? What do you mean? Well, my dad's a pretty loud person. He loves the sound of his own voice. He's always making stupid jokes and annoying comments. To adapt, I've become loud myself. He never listened to me otherwise, even though he never does anyway. I understand. People have to change when they are in adverse circumstances. It is the way of the world, I think. Yeah, living in my home sure can feel pretty adverse, especially when my dad just talks over everyone all the time. And so thanks to that jerk, I end up being this totally straightforward and graceless tomboy who speaks like a guy. I think your way of talking is much cuter, Noel. I know I'm not cute. You are, with those blue eyes and that pale skin. You look just like a main character from a manga. I think you have a lot of good traits too, Emu. You always look like you're having a lot of fun. As I watch the two of them, I start to smile. I was worried that this wouldn't work out, but unexpectedly, it seems like they get a share of some kind of conversation after all. All valued after being forcibly pushed together by me, watching my two best friends finally find some common ground after all these years really is heartwarming. If these two could get along, that would make me happy. That's what I'm hoping for, not just for my sake, but for Noel's too. Well, when you're friends with that Chen, it's not hard to have fun. Yes, he does make a lot of funny faces sometimes. Hey, what do you mean? I mean, actually, super fun to tease. Your face does go red very easily, that's the truth. Even though Noel's pretty, I think you might just be the cutest one here. I would totally love to dress you up really cute and frilly outfit sometime. It's my life's ambition. They get a new ambition, your current one stinks. I think it could be interesting, maybe, from a purely aesthetic point of view. Not you too, Noel, but Noel isn't listening to me. Instead, she's also in her own fantasy world. I wonder if I could sketch some designs for dresses to see what looks best. I think for that complexion, light pink would be nice. Yes, that would look really cute. And you definitely can't forget to add the ruffles. Ruffles, light pink. Well, what on earth is this? I'm not a doll you can play dress up with, you know. I'm a real human being. But they don't listen to me. Nobody ever does. Maybe it's because I'm small, so I'm easy to ignore. Who knows? If I had to be born a hulking giant like Mr. Jokisaki, maybe I wouldn't have this problem. Well, with Emu and Noel, who are total complete opposites, were only able to bond over bullying me. That's pretty disheartening. Maybe I made a mistake, a horrible, horrible mistake. Nah. Did you bring in that, Noel? No, I didn't, but I only brought two. How are you going to catch any insects without an net? The three of us walked together, Emu and the leaves. She's the one directed us, so we don't take a different route. I don't know what. The one Noel and I usually take through the forest. In fact, Emu isn't following the main path at all. Now, why am I not surprised by this? I'm not sure if I asked Emu about it. She'd laugh and say sort of typically over the top, like every man makes his own destiny. or something equally nonsensical. Amy crashes on a helix of any tangled undergrowth, marching through the foliage and stepping down on raised roots as though it's nothing. I, however, am a little more cautious. I don't want to get stung by needles or nettles, whatever. I thought maybe I could just sit in a corner and sketch or something. Are you sure that you think that might be boring? No, I don't think so. I like drawing, really. Well, I've seen your art in school before, and it's pretty good. I don't really understand it, though. I usually do natural drawings, but I was trying to create something more impressionistic pieces at school. I thought it would be good to branch out a little. Pessimistic, impressionistic, but I think they're quite pessimistic, too. Yeah, it looks so complicated, all that black paint and those blotches. I don't get it. Not that I have any right to criticize. I can't even draw a straight line. That's because you don't have enough patience. Emily sticks her tongue out at me. Hey, I have plenty of talents, I'll have you know. I wasn't denying that. I just don't think drawing is one of them. Well, yeah, but life is short. I can't hope to accomplish everything. You're no good at drawing either, at Chan. His artistic vision is lacking. Hey, why do you keep gaining up on me? It's not fair. That's just what happens when we get together, at Chan. You should just admit your defeat already. And know you're having a competition. Of course it's a competition, silly. We're going to see who can catch the most bugs, you or me. We are? Naturally, everything in life is competition. If you start acting all weak-willed, going, it's just for fun, so it doesn't matter. You'll end up letting life pass you by. You need to take it seriously and give it your all in order to have a fun and fulfilling time. Even though we never gets fired up about doing our homework or everything remotely useful, so do I really have to take it seriously? That sounds like a pain. Of course you do. It's the best way to have the most fun, I guess, but not everybody can be that enthusiastic. That's just because you've been in the city too long with its public transport and convenience stores. Don't make me make quoting marks when you say convenience stores. They're not a conspiracy. That's what you think, but you'd be wrong. Really, yeah. It's just a plot created by the government to make you city dwellers weak-willed and lazy, completely servile to the state. Oh, I never thought about it that way before, because it's all nonsense. You see that now, trying to act all high and mighty, but I know you're a lot more unhealthy now after living in the city for 2 years than you were before, right? I flush. I can't help myself, as much as I hate to admit it, and we sure does have a point. Exactly. It's too easy to have a good time in the city. There's so much to do. But if you live in the country, you need to get pumped up about the small things because there aren't enough big things to keep you busy. Yeah, I get it. I'll do my best. Besides, that's while I stay here. I really do want to have fun with you. Yeah, that's the spirit. Hee. Maybe a girl's put you in her fist in the air. Oh, but just make sure you actually put in 110%. Don't try to sneakily slack off. Why don't we create a punishment game? The color drains from my face. A punishment game? Really? At our age? Oh no, punishment game. What's that? Nola asked innocently, her eyes wide. Her poor child. She doesn't know what the dreaded word punishment game entails. Since she has been on the receiving end of one. Oh no, still so pure, so sweet. If Amy groups her into this demented game, what will happen to her innocence? A gentle light in her blue eye. Blue eyes, baby, snuffed out for all eternity. I'm glad you asked, Noel. It's a fun penalty. I like to introduce the games to make them more exciting. Noel frowns. Penalty, like the loser has to put curry powder in their eyes or swallow 1,000 needles. What was I saying about Noel's innocence again? She's scarier than I thought. Yes, exactly like that. You're good at thinking he's up, Noel. But what? No way, that's insane. I'm not going to swallow a load of needles. You should do your best, Ted Chan. Take it like a man. I can't. It's impossible. It would be impossible for any man. I'd die. I definitely die. Okay. No needles then. But I'll tell you what. Emily smirks. It's a smirk lifted straight from the bowels of hell, promising a world of pain. My legs start to tremble. I feel faint. What? Can I get out of this? How can I get out of this by claiming I've been suddenly struck down with a bad case of smallpox? Has it been eradicated yet or not? I don't remember. Why don't I pay more attention in biology class? Probably because learning about various diseases from all over the world just show just how much damage it can do to the human body makes me feel ill. Saki always teases me about that. Of course, a ghoulish girl who loves ghost stories will get the best marks in biology. If you lose this competition, now, Jen, you have to wear a cute dress. What? You see, I brought a long, cute outfit with me in my bag just in case. I thought if we had a contest, you look perfect in it. It's one of my old dresses. Old. I used to wear it when I was 9 or 10, then it won't fit. Don't be silly at trying to know your measurements. You're small, so it'll do just fine. What? How do you know my measurements? What measurements? I don't even know my measurements. Amy doesn't reply, and so she just giggles. This doesn't make me feel any better. Does that sound fair? I don't want to wear a dress. Not a dress that belonged to a 10-year-old girl. Oh, I look like a pervert. You prefer the needles? Of course not. Well, man, I don't think you have too much of a choice. Amy, just look at it this way. A harsh punishment will give you more of an incentive to try harder. Oh well, if that's how it is, I'll need to think of a really terrible punishment for you. Fine, do your worst. I'm prepared for any outcome. Okay, then if I win, you have to, and immediately it's the flounder. When I'm so creative, I read enough books in my spare time. You think I'd be able to come up with something. I even read a translation of the Said's Justine I found in the school library a year ago. Though what it was doing in the school library, I have no idea. I have a suggestion. I turned to know my savior in white with a ridiculously thankful expression on my face. What is it? If you win, Amy should jump in the river. It's very cold and muddy. It wouldn't be fun at all. Hey, that's actually a pretty good idea. The thing's no well. It's no problem. Alright. I have no objections. If I win, Achan's wearing that dress. If Achan wins, I'll jump into the river. And also, I would like to decide the winner. I thought we just based off who catches the most bugs. You could do that, but I think it might be too banal, though too obvious. But maybe you're right. Since I just fixed a bug catching, I definitely win. I want to reply with a self-righteous indignation, but I can't. I know Amy's right. What does she have to be right all the time? What do you suggest? Noah looks at Amy with a small, shy smile. I think the person who captures the most interesting bug, which inspires my creativity, should be the winner. That's a not bad idea, I guess. Not a bad idea at all. Of the corner of my eye, I spotted a large stag beetle with a hard, shiny black shell sitting on the trunk of a tree. Stag beetles are interesting insects, aren't they? I'm sure Noah would like that. It's definitely more usual than a cicada or a butterfly with this black shell and strange tusks. So this is it. This is my big break. The numerous false starts and foolish mistakes tripping over tree roots and scaring away my potential prey. I finally have it. With a specimen like this, I'll win a competition for sure. I stared at the stag beetle intently, wiping beads of sweat from my forehead. Although the thick leaves overhead stopped the heat from becoming too oppressive, it's still a warm day and I've been wandering around for a while. Since I got overly picky about what bugs I should catch and fumbled over the ones I had intended to take, I haven't caught a single thing yet. The clear jar you gave me to contain my spoils is completely empty. This beetle is my last and only hope. It's a single thin, fine thread that separates total humiliation from complete victory. What should I do? Let's go carefully. I reach out to now aiming at the beetle. It's because I rush it that I am not making mistakes. If I do it slow and steady, I'm sure I'll succeed. I'm sure I can do it. I'll believe in me. What? The beetle, where did it go? Did I take too long? Did it slip away while I was trying to psych myself up? What happened? That was my last hope, and I let it escape. and I didn't even see it go. Wow, there's no hope for me. None at all. I really am stupid. Why must my life be so unfair? Shit, we have to be in a dress, aren't we? Wow, Aunt Chen, you look so cute. Stop it. Stop staring at me like that. No way. You're so double looking. You like an ice cream sundae. But you don't even like ice cream sundaes. I thought you didn't eat sweets. If it's you, I can make an exception. I wonder if Emily spent so much time serving creepy old men at her parents' cafe, she certainly picked up on that style of speech. Get up off me, you creep. Stay away. It's so since I was the only one who lost the contest in an app like this. To my surprise and horror, Emily's old dress does fit me after all. It fits me far better than I thought it would, falling modestly midway at my knees. But much my pride suffers so simply because I brief enemies above others. It isn't fair. I have feelings too, you know. If I really was that cute, you would be laughing at me. What's that? Amy grins. I don't like that expression. I don't like it at all. Sitting with my legs crossed, my hands down on the skirt so as I get lifted by the wind, I start resolutely down off the ground. I just mean, if it's so common for people to laugh at cute things, is that standard reaction has been like, oh, that's so adorable. And what's your point? The fact that you're laughing is, surely that means, instead of looking cute, actually look ridiculous. And you just want to make fun of me. I think you look cute. Noah speaks up suddenly, her head peeking out from over the top of her sketchbook. Noah sits alongside me at the side of the river. Her hair flutters gently in the breeze, her skirt shifting about her legs. Her shoes have been kicked off somewhere, I don't know where, and she's pressing her bare feet against the earth, squatting up the soil between her exposed toes. Before her sits the clear jar containing Emu's wedding bug, an interesting colored fluffy caterpillar. For the last 10 minutes or so, Noah's attention has been directed solely towards that caterpillar. Since she was being so quiet, I almost forgot that she was there. At Noah's unexpected comment, my face started even redder. I start to shrink in on myself, compressing my body like an accordion. An accordion in a dress. How charming. Ha. But I don't want to be considered cute either. Eh? But I thought you said you did, Chan. And what gives? Well, I mean, I would rather be considered cute than funny, but that doesn't mean I like being either. I just have to live a normal life. A normal life? But what does that even mean? Well, I am. There's something inherently abnormal about a boy wearing a dress. Girls wear pants all the time. I know that, but anyway, when it's so boring, is this more fun? It's only fun for you. I bet if you lost, you had to take a dip in the river, you wouldn't look so smug. Cuckoo, of course I wouldn't act Chan. I am a mature woman. I accept all my losses with grace and dignity. I don't know about that. Well, it doesn't matter if you know or not. The fact that you didn't win, so you can test it out. It's a perfect, the devil's proof. Whatever fragments, but just, grr, I grit my teeth together. It's annoying, but Amy was right. Even though I'm sure her words are a massive lie, I can't disprove them because I've never beaten her at anything before. Now, once in my whole life, I have no way of knowing how she reacts to a failure. But never mind, I am a gracious winner. I won't get angry at you for being bitter, so please insult me all you want. It won't change the fact that I won you and didn't catch a single thing. I was gonna, there was some complications saying, yes, it's losers right to make excuses. It doesn't harm me in my exalted position. So, if it will make you feel better, please go ahead. I still laughing and continues to amuse myself by tucking my cheeks, stretching them as far as I can go. Why must this girl abuse me? So, even walking like a saint, it's so unfair I could cry. That's enough for now. After an hour or so, no, I'll finally assist her sketchbook. Her expressions and inscrutable as always. I'm not sure what that means. I wonder if she's happy with her picture. Thankfully, Amy has finally seized her unorthodox punishment game. I had pity for my sad, pathetic state, or maybe in a rare moment of genuine kindness, she said I could change back into my normal clothes if I wanted to. Of course, I did want to, very much so. Even so, I still feel embarrassed. I think I'd be able to feel better if I could set that dress on fire in some kind of symbolic act, but Amy flatly refused. That might be even for the best, since I'm already so clumsy. Introducing me to fire would be a bad idea. I'd probably end up burning half the forest down. It'd be a memorable way to end my trip here, to be sure, but enough if it made me the most popular person around. Huh? You mean you finished the drawing? No. Then why did you stop? Don't seem a little half-hearted giving up before it's even over. It isn't giving up. It's complicated. Noel turns her gaze up towards the sky. If you're an artist, I think. Well, this is only my interpretation, but no matter how much work you do or how hard you try, it's very hard to communicate with your own vision, and it can get lost easily. In that sense, no drawing can ever be finished. You can never take it what's inside your brain and put it on a page for people to see. It's impossible. That was a strangely philosophical statement. It leaves me speechless for a few moments. What does she mean? I guess it means you try hard. It means you're lonely. Lonely? Yeah, maybe a little. Why do you think I'm only at Chan? Why? It's just the impression I got from hearing you talk. Maybe I'm not wrong or not understanding it properly, so I'm sorry. I'm not an artist after all. So no, you're really not. You were always terrible in art class. I know. Remember when we were making paper mache sculptures? You've been butting the skin around your nails, and then you got all that glue into your cuts and made you cry. Yes, I know that. It's a lot, so I want to forget in a hurry. You don't need to remind me. Oh, did something like that happen? Yes, it did. It happened before you transferred here. I found my face turning pale. It wasn't very much fun. After that incident, I was always dreading going to art class. I thought it was funny. That's because you're a horrible person. There's so many painful childhood memories. If I sold each one for 50 yen, I'd probably end up rolling in money. However, my tragic history wasn't meant to be in the centerpiece of this conversation, was it? I thought we were meant to be talked about Noelle. I want to talk about her. I want to try and understand her. I still think it's sad. Why? Because the idea that maybe you want to communicate with others, but you still can't get your ideas across. I don't know, does that make you feel isolated? Like nobody can understand you? Yes, it can be lonely sometimes, but is it because I like to draw? The art doesn't make me lonely. What does, and I think it is more to do with the fact that I'm a human. I can only live inside my own head. No matter how hard I try, how hard anybody tries, it may be impossible to fully understand others and have them understand you. That's so gloomy. Thinking like that wouldn't be fun at all. No, it isn't. You just don't think like that. What? Just don't do it. If I think it's something that makes you unhappy, then don't think about it. But I don't know if that's possible for me. Of course it is. You just need a little training. Amy grants waving one finger in the air, so she's a teacher giving a lecture on philosophy. She continues her spiel. If you have a bad attitude, then the way you view life will be gloomy and gray. If you think things like nobody can understand me, so I can never get close to anyone, then you'll never be able to make friends. You can't have a defeatist attitude in life. You've got to keep going forward, no matter how many times you get knocked back, and keep trying to reach out to people. Push through the bad times and get rid of the bad thoughts. Pretty soon you'll find out the world isn't as gloomy as you think, and there's a lot of interesting colors instead of just gray. Interesting colors. That's right. Noelle's eyes widen. She directs her gaze downward, staring at her drawing in her sketchbook. Maybe I wasn't looking hard enough. I don't know. It's confusing. Well, that's just what I think. You don't have to agree with it. Amy laughs awkwardly. With me, it's more like I have to think like that. Otherwise, I get so tired of living in this little village in the middle of nowhere. I start to tearing out my own hair, and I like my hair. I don't want to ruin it over something so silly. It's interesting. And with this, Noah offers Amy with a small hesitant smile. It may not seem like much, but coming from a reserved girl like Noelle, a tiny smile like this is worth more than any diamond. Thank you, I will try. Are you sure it's okay for us to be in here? Yes, of course. Why wouldn't it be? Well, it is Golden Week. The school's supposed to be closed, isn't it? Yes, is it meant to be? But it's hardly my fault somebody left the window open, is it? I guess not, but so I really haven't done anything wrong. I'm just taking advantage of somebody else's mistake. I suppose it's true, but I think as good citizens, it's our duty not to take advantage of those mistakes. Hey, you can hardly talk at Jen. You're just as complicated in this crime as I am. Don't know, she's right. Since I'm an accessory to the crime, it's impossible for me to counter her. Amy and I are standing around our classroom now, having already wandered off somewhere earlier. This is the only classroom in the whole school, actually, the only one that actually gets used. I mean, there are a few other classrooms that remind her of when the school was first built and this village was bigger. Now, however, there are so few students that can all be taught in one room together. The other classrooms are always locked. I've never been inside them. As such, they've inspired a lot of ghost stories. I didn't really know why Amy decided to come here. Maybe she doesn't either. I think she was just acting in the spur of the moment. All I know is, one moment we were still sitting together by the river, and next Amy was up on our feet trying to chivvy us along. Come on. I just had a really great idea. It's as good as your mastermind plan to combine green tea with Pocari Sweet. Silly isn't quite as good as that. That really was a stroke of genius, if I do say so myself. You have to say it yourself. Nobody else will. What are you talking about? Green tea is amazing, so plain natural. Everything will taste better with it. Well, anyway, here's my plan. I think we should sneak into the school. What? But why? I thought the point of being on holiday was not going to school. Well, that might be true, but aren't you interested in going back? For the sake of old times, the memories, maybe a little. Yes, sure, so it'll be just like the old times, you and me all together in class, like we're all students together. That might be a little fun and be nice, I guess. Since the school here is so different to the one in the city, yes, so we should go. Do you want to go, Noel? I don't really mind. Then it's decided. Let's do it right now. Okay, but I just thought we won't be locked. It's just to make me a Jan. We'll find a way around that somehow. And so we did it. Maybe being the devious person that she is, she somehow knew about a window that had been locked. By carefully entering through that window, we were able to get inside. And that's about the gist of it, really. I just hope we don't get caught. If we do, we get into trouble. Don't worry about that, Chen. Nobody's going to come here, not during the holiday, and even if they do, I doubt they'll care too much. It's not like we're breaking the law or anything. I'm not too sure about that. Nonsense. We're students. You should be glad we're coming into school more than we have to. Really, yes, it shows that we have a good work ethic. I don't know if that's true, but I look around my siblings, sticking the familiar sights once more. I moved to the classroom a little dusty from the dishes over the holiday and sit down on my old desk. It's been so long since I was last year, but the time really did fly by. I didn't want to move to the city at all. I was sure I would hate it. The first few weeks were pretty hard trying to acclimatize to my new environment. I got lost so many times that it was hard for me to make new friends. However, after some initial bumps, I was officially able to settle in. After a month, I had already fallen into the comfortable monotony of routine. No longer was starting to change the school intimidating, finding my classroom confusing, my new classmates strangers. I got used to it and I accepted my new position. I started to take it for granted. After that, the time began to move by more quickly. Before I knew it, the 2 years had gone by just like that, and I started to forget. What my old life used to be like somehow, without even intending to. My memories of this building and its comforting sawdusty smell faded away. When I think of school now, the Amateur instantly springs into my mind as a large modern building constructed in the city, 30 stories high, complete with a gymnasium, a canteen, and a swimming pool. It's just strange how that happens. I guess people can adapt to anything, no matter how daunting it may seem to begin with. So at Shannon, who walks over to me, her hands behind her back. She stops right by my desk, looking down on me with a smile. Light filters in through the windows. I can see individual particles of dust dancing in the air, strangely ethereal. Did you miss this place? I guess so. Since I spent so much time here, I wouldn't forget, but even though it's just the mere details, I don't remember as much as I thought I would. Well, that makes sense. The human mind isn't always perfect. After all, things get distorted. That's strangely sentimental coming from you. Maybe it's because I'm getting old. I don't know. Emily shrugs. It's just something silly I was worrying about, that's all. You worry? I thought that amazing Jogasaki Emily never worried. No, most of the time, no. It seems so pointless, but occasionally, sometimes even I get anxious, And what were you worried about? Well, it's a little embarrassing that Amy laughs, directing our gaze towards the ground. I was just thinking, even though the time we spent together is still so important to me, maybe it's the same for you. Since you're going to a new school in the big old city now, you're all caught up in your shiny, exciting new life. I got kind of scared, but you're never scared. You weren't even afraid of those bald dogs. You flatter me, they were just dumb mutts. I ain't afraid of dogs. Whether I don't think I explained that right, but I just thought maybe you start to forget about the small things in this village, like the sound of the cicadas or how the air smells, or I used to sit in the class. And then after that, you start to forget bigger and bigger things. And then I thought maybe you might even start to forget me. I wouldn't forget. My memory isn't that bad. I know, but it's not simply like it's a bad memory. Over time, people grow up. They see new things and start to forget old stuff. It happens slowly, so slowly you might not even realize it. But is it really okay? It's scary. If you don't realize that you start to forget, how can you make yourself remember? I understand what she's saying. Even though I wasn't trying to forget the details of my life here, and I was so convinced I never would, and inevitably I did. I was so busy getting accustomed to my new life, I didn't have much time to think about my old one. By the time I finally settled in, I was too caught up in my new routine to keep living in the past, and so, although it wasn't intentional, I started to forget. The rot of time had already set in, eating into my memories one by one. I guess you're right, even though I didn't mean to. I really did forget, yeah, and I don't like it. I don't want to be stuck in this crappy little village while you go off and forget about me. I don't think I could stand that. I don't want you to forget, or it'll start to seem like our time together wasn't even real. Give me pauses. I just thought, if I took you some of the familiar places we used to go, then maybe it'd help you remember. And then maybe you wouldn't forget, and our happy memories would be safe. They wouldn't have to disappear. Hey, it's okay. The sunlight streams through the window, and Amy's hair glows a shimmering pink halo around her head. Her green eyes shine like a shards of broken glass. I think I'll probably keep forgetting some small things. That's inevitable, but there are some things I won't forget too. Like all the fun times I spent with you at Chan. I can't forget the sound of the cicadas making I smell the air and while I used to sit in class. I can't even forget just how hard it is to suckle everywhere. He really did look stupid when he went to visit me the other day. Hell, I'm well aware, but that's alright. I don't mind forgetting things like that. That's fine. That's because the most important memories will never fade away no matter how much time passes. I wonder, do I just sound kind of cool spouting these Fox Hero lines? Or do I just sound like a dork? But no matter what I sound like, it's all true. Every single word. I want Amy to know how much I care about her. I know I need her to know. Maybe forget about Amy, that's impossible. It'd be easier for me to forget how to breathe. I really do treasure the time I spent with you. You're my precious friend. Amy looks at me. She blinks once, twice, very slowly. Silence, and then slowly a smile spreads across Amy's face, and she starts to laugh. Chan, sometimes you really are corny. A few minutes go by in silence. I remain seated at my old desk. Amy is by my side, warm the shafts of sunlight streaming through the window. Being together like this is peaceful. Sometimes it's nice doing more than nothing more strenuous than simply existing. However, in Noel's absence, I'm starting to feel somewhat ominous. I can't help but worry. Do you think she's alright? She's been gone a long time. You worry too much at you. Noel's always going off on her own. It's not unusual. I thought you knew better than anyone. I know, but I wonder what she's doing. Looking at her painting, most likely. She really has been putting a lot of effort into it. It's almost like she's obsessed with it. Look at Amy curiously. What is this painting like? Amy pulls her face. Artistic. It's not very helpful. I know, it's not something a person like me can understand. It's a weird and abstract with lots of black and red. I don't really know what it's meant to be, but it looks like kind of creepy, yeah, like not very happy. Amy shrugs, but what do I know? I'm not artistic. I don't have an idea what it's supposed to mean. You have to ask Noelle. Maybe I should. I'm a little interested in seeing it, especially if she's been working so hard on it. She's been working on every single art lesson for like the last 2 months. I don't get how one person can focus on one task for so long, to be honest. But you've been interested in sports for a while yourself, haven't you? You go to the batting center all the time. Yeah, but that's different. When I play baseball, even if it's just against a machine, I get to move around and stretch my legs. It keeps me young. Sitting here there painting, no, I don't think I'd be able to do it. It'll be dull and boring. That's just because you have a short attention span. And with Palace, no, it's not that dummy. It's more like, I'm not sure about Noel should be finished by now. The canvas is completely covered in paint, and it's a big canvas. But every single art lesson, she just keeps coming back to it and adding more and more painting over what she's already done. It seems kind of counterintuitive and a little strange. Strange, I wonder, now more curious than ever. Hey, Noelle, so you really were here after all, huh? Oh, hello. Noelle turns to look at Amy, and I smile a frown on her face, just like Amy gets found in the storage room. It's an old dingy room without any windows. The air smells musty since it never gets ventilated and makes me wince. This room is primarily used to store old junk and is cluttered with it. With just one brief look around, I see old chairs with missing legs, sports equipment that's several decades old, and some magazines and manga that were confiscated from students who knows how long ago. Out of curiosity, I look at one of their large stacks of magazines. I blow off the old dust that's still on top of most magazine, pick up and start to leaf through it. The pages, undisturbed by any human hand for what may be decades, crackle under my fingertips like dry leaves. It's some girl's fashion magazine, but the clothes all look horribly outdated. I can't think of anybody who'd willingly wear stuff like this, and I'm not exactly the most fashionable person. My mother still buys me my socks. I found searching for my date of publication. 1968, almost 20 years ago. Well, that explains that then. I placed the magazine back on the stack carefully as not to upset them and resume my search. There's also a creepy-looking anatomical dummy hidden in the corner, obscured by shadows. I think it used to be for biology lessons, but it was removed from the classroom because it scared the kids too much. That's what my mother told me anyway, and this forgotten place of clutter and chaos where students hardly ever go is where Miss Tachibana decides to store Noel's painting. Were you looking at your painting? Why did you put it in here? Shouldn't it be back in the classroom? No. If it was stuff to the classroom, it might get knocked over or damaged, but nobody comes in here, so it's safer. You say it's fine, but it's really gloomy in here. It looks like it has been dusted in years. It's fine. The sunlight in the classroom would damage it. It really is better to keep it in the dark. If you say so, but if I was that painting, I'd totally be bound having to live in such a crappy place so nobody can see me. You see some funny things, Emu. Yeah, what do you mean? It's lame painting. It doesn't have any feelings. Well, I know, obviously, but it seems like a shame since you were working so hard on it, huh? Is it really so sad? Yeah, I think when people try hard, their efforts should be rewarded, but it doesn't always happen. That's just how life is, I think. Hey, do you think I could take a look at it? My painting? Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Well, it isn't finished yet. I don't like showing people things that aren't finished. But he showed Emu. That's different. I was working on it in class. Everybody saw. I pout. I'm starting to feel left out. Hey, this isn't fair. I want to see it too. Noah frowns. She shifts on the spot, arms behind her back, and looks down at the floor. Why does she look so concerned? She's like, okay, so I just asked her to see a diary or something. And then I realized this at the end when she poured so much of her time and effort into it must be very personal to her. Something that she doesn't want others to see, or maybe it's something she doesn't want me to see. Am I being arrogant for assuming that? I hope not, but it might be possible. Since I know Noel better than most people, would I be able to see something in this picture that others can't? Something that would help me understand her feelings? But if the painting is personal, can I really ask you to see it so casually? But I mean, I have the right to. If she doesn't want me to look at it, would it be best if I respected her wishes, right? I want to see it, bro. It sounds like it's scary. You know, I'm kind of curious about it, even though it's not finished. I'm sure it'll look good. So, would you let me take a quick look? Noel frowns, dropping her gaze towards. She stares resolutely at the floor. Her hair falls into frowns of her eyes, obscuring her face. Well, if you want to, I suppose. Although she relents and does it so hesitantly, her shoulders are shaking. Maybe I shouldn't have pushed her so hard. Maybe I shouldn't have asked, but at the same time, I can't help but hope. Maybe this painting really will help. Maybe I'll be able to understand. Noel gestures to the corner of the storage room. My eyes follow her hand, searching in the dark. It doesn't take me long to locate it. They're propped up against the walls. Noel's painting. The first thing that catches my attention is just how large it is. The canvas is huge. You're on half the head of Noel herself, just as wide. It's a little wonder this picture has been taking so long to paint, given how ambitious a project it is. The size of the canvas isn't the unusual thing. No, this painting itself is too. It really is hard to understand. It's something I can't put into words. Seeing it takes my breath away, but not in the way surveying a beautiful sky or clear blue sea can. Whew. Staring at this painting is almost stifling, as though my eyes are being sucked into a swamp. It's hard to tear my gaze away, and I can't make out any individual shape or a single subject matter. It still makes me feel uneasy. The composition of the painting is dark, almost entirely black and red. The black paint was applied to the canvas over and over with varying amounts of pressure, leaving layers, swirls, and thick blotches. In some places, I can see the whiteboard peeking through the very thin layers of paint. In the others, the paint is heaped on almost an inch thick. The paint curves on itself in a multitude of spirals, darker spirals over and over again. There are some shades of brown too, indistinguishable brown shapes that are perhaps people or small animals. It's hard to say for sure. It looks like a scene from hell. If this painting could talk, I'm sure it was to be screaming in pain. Looking at it makes me feel ill. I imagine Noel sitting at this canvas in classroom painting thick red spirals over and over again. Her arms get tired and her fingers are stained with pain, but she still keeps going. She doesn't stop. She can't stop. Why not? It's clear from the frenzy of the strokes that she put a lot of effort into this. All of her heart and soul, all of her thoughts and feelings. She poured them all into this painting. Every last bit of herself has been thrown in here. But I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. It's just as creepy as I remember it. A awkward laughter jolted me out of my reverie or whatever. I'm glad that it did. Otherwise, I might have remained in this frozen spot, unable to move. Yeah, it sure is peculiar. I don't know how to arrange my face. I try to smile, but the shock of seeing that painted skewed my expression so it looks unnatural. It was Tachibana and said it's really good though. She said it was a modern masterpiece or something. She always gets so enthusiastic about your it's not a masterpiece. It's nowhere near. I don't think it's very good even, but the teacher loves it. She keeps saying you should submit it to a gallery, doesn't she? I don't know about that. I don't think I like such a thing. It would be embarrassing. Embarrassing? How could you be embarrassed about something you worked hard on? Even I think this picture is pretty cool, and I don't know the first thing about art, or the second, or the third, or the fourth thing either. Well, that painting is personal. I don't know if I would want anyone else to see it. I was painting how I feel after all. How you feel? I don't know if I get it. It's alright. You don't need to understand. I'm not sure if I do entirely either. This is why it keeps changing, and that's probably why I can't finish it. Could this really be a painting of the interior? Go away, Pablo. I can't see. Okay, landscape of Noel's mind. That black abyss, those red paint swirls, those thick, disparate splotches. As it continues over her head, or that traveling, maybe I should never ask to see them to begin with. If I didn't ask, then I wouldn't know. If I didn't know, then I could contain myself to the thought that Noel is a happy person, a cheerful one, and I wouldn't need to worry about her well-being. But that would be believing in a lie, or else a convenient truth. That isn't what a real friendship is based on. If I want to understand her, then I should try to understand this painting, even if Noelle doesn't understand herself. What were those brown parts? They don't look like the rest of the picture. They are not as abstract. This isn't strictly true. They are abstract. I have no idea what they're meant to represent, but I miss all the chaos of those red spirals that stand out. I'm sure they have some important meaning. They must have. Looking more closely, those splotches really do look different from the rest of the piece. I don't think they're painting over as many times as the other parts of the picture. Are these in details Noel's happy with? And would that mean these details represent Noel's most consistent thoughts, the things that she thinks about most, maybe? What could they be? Noel looks at me, her expression is blank, and her eyes unfixed as she confides. Rabbits, they're meant to be rabbits. They don't look much like rabbits to me. Why rabbits? Because I like rabbits. I think they're cute. Okay, I would assume it's her and Adrian together, but whatever. The three of us return to the classroom. Noel sits down at her desk, looking down at her feet. She doesn't look sad exactly, rather she looks fake, and her eyes are blank and staring completely devoid of life. Hey, are you alright? Noel doesn't reply verbally, and instead she nods the briefest motions. I'm not convinced. I don't sound too pushy, but I'm a little worried. You seem so quiet. I'm a quiet person, I know that, but you don't seem even quieter than usual, especially after I saw that painting. It was personal. There's nothing wrong. I'm just a bit embarrassed. Embarrassed, yes, like you seeing me naked or something. I could assure you that I haven't. I know, but I think I would mind that last. Being seen naked would not bother me. She says something so honestly, this is a deadpan way. Of course, I can't help but blush. Kiki with a bold and unexpected statement from Noel. Lee's statement looks impressed. I'm not quite bring myself to act that cheery, though. The thought of that painting stops me. It's haunting. What do you mean you would prefer it? You're making me feel like I did something wrong. It wasn't wrong. I'm just troubled. I didn't want to show you an unfinished picture. Oh, is that all? And don't worry about it. I couldn't tell it was unfinished early, but I could. It looked bad, didn't it? It doesn't look bad. It's not bad at all. But you didn't react favorably. You both seem so confused. She says, I suppose that's the only thing you expected. It is a confusing painting. Well, you said yourself you don't know what you're trying to express, so if you don't know, I don't know if I can understand it either. That is a fair criticism. I'm bad at expressing myself. I always have been. I want the people to understand how I feel, but I don't know how to tell them. Words are too uncertain. They're just not clear enough. So you tried to paint it? Yes, I tried. But I failed. I don't think it's a failure. You haven't finished it yet, so how can you say it's a failure? That's right. You can't give up, Noel. I mean, you only lose when you give up. If you're dissatisfied with what you've got, you just need to try even harder. I would like to believe that, but sometimes trying doesn't help. Sometimes you can't change anything no matter how hard you try. And that might be true. Things don't always go according to plan. That's right. But you have to keep telling yourself that they will. Well, but why? Because sometimes having hope is all you can do. If you have hope that something will never happen, will that only make you sadder? Maybe, but Amy giggles. But if you're in a rotten situation, you need to keep telling yourself it'll get better. Maybe not today, and maybe not tomorrow, maybe not to a long, long time in the future. Maybe you can't do anything to change it, but you have to believe that it will change eventually. You need to have hopes, otherwise you'll get so depressed that you won't be able to get out of bed in the morning. But what if it's too late? What if I already don't want to get out of bed in the morning? You don't have to do everything alone. That's what friends are for, right? To cheer you on. If you feel sad, you should reach out to people. A trouble shared is a trouble half. No, shakes her head. And no, if you share your troubles, it will burden more people. It's selfish. I don't want to upset anyone. Personally, I think it might be even more selfish to keep your worries to yourself and not trust anyone to the point where it makes people worry about you. Am I selfish? I don't want to be a bad person. I don't think you're a bad person. I'm just worried about you. I want to try and understand why you feel sad. And pause. And even if I told you, you won't be able to change it. It's not something you can change, so there's no point in talking about it. But if you really think there's no point, why did you paint that picture in the first place? Because I thought you painted to communicate with others, because you want to show them what you think. If you don't think there's any point in reaching out to people, then why bother painting at all? It doesn't feel good saying those words. More than anything, I feel like a hypocrite. How dare I, who have been in Noel because I was too nervous to talk to or lecture about issues of communication. I know I've read it all. I'm a coward who runs away from my own problems. I'm the worst kind of person, but even though I'm this pathetic, I still care about Noel. Even if I have no right to say those things, maybe I have to, somebody does. I'm doing it because I care about her. If I remain silent solely because of my own guilt, I don't think I'd be acting like a very good friend. You're right. I pinned it up because I wanted somebody to understand, I think. You think? I don't know. I'm tired of living inside my own mind, and if I want to confide in others sometimes, then you'll tell us. Will you tell me, please? I want to know. I will do my best. I will do not to be selfish after all, and yet what I say will probably upset you, even though I don't want to. Upset me? How? Just wait and listen. Okay. Every night before I go to bed, there's a mantra I say to myself under my breath. It might sound silly, it might sound foolish, but that's how I get myself through the day. But I tell myself the next day for sure will be the day I finally receive a letter. Although it didn't arrive today, tomorrow I'm sure it will be waiting for me, sitting on the doorstep, in an envelope with my name written on it, to Noel. In the morning I wake up with new hope budding inside my chest. I get out of bed, however, shower, brush my teeth, comb my hair, get dressed, all the while wishing and praying, believing deep inside my heart that this will be the day, the fated day. I go downstairs slowly, my heart pounding a little too loud, a little too fast, stumping painfully with every single step. It'll be today. It has to be today. I even thought about this moment for so long. And yeah, as I walk down the stairs, my excitement starts to fade. Reality begins to set in, digging itself into my heart once more. Don't you think it should stop with these childish delusions? Don't you think you should just wake up? Don't you think you should open your eyes? Look at the floor. Look at the reality. There's no letter there. There will never be any letter there. He doesn't care about you anymore. Oh, you got another letter. What does it say? What does it say? How's life in the city? Do they have a movie theater there or an arcade? Is he scoring it with any hot chicks? Trust you to say that, Taka. What? I heard girls in the city, they're not like our girls in the country. You know, I heard they're all cool and confident and have massive tits and... You don't say something like that. It's dirty. I chain one of these spin like that. Don't try to live your perverted fantasies out through him. That's right. I chain is a cute, delicate flower. His letter says much. Do you want me to read it out loud? Yes. Sitting at my desk, resting at my head in my hands, I stare out the window. It's a gloomy day and the sky is downcast. Maybe it will rain soon. If it does, I wouldn't mind. It would suit my mood perfectly. My eyes are fixed. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. The clouds, maybe. I wonder if I can find any interesting shapes in them. The ones that look like a toadstool. That's kind of nice. I like toadstools. Not many people do, but I do. I think they look cute. But I still can't drown them out. All that noise. School's supposed to start in 5 minutes, but I'm the only one sitting at my desk. The rest of the class is crowded around Amy eagerly. Even the smallest students are too young to really care about what she's talking about. I guess they don't want to be left out. Nobody wants to be left out. Amy's holding a letter from you. It's your handwriting, your words, your thoughts, your feelings. All of them written on the flimsy pieces of paper held in Amy's hand. To me, they were more precious than anything in the world. And yet that girl, she treats them carelessly, showing them off to everyone without a scrap of modesty. She reads them out. Every single time she receives them is because she's like being the center of attention. She likes acting like some kind of authority on the city, even though she's never been there herself. How could she do something so unpleasant? She just uses her letter to show off, to boast, to make herself popular. She doesn't really care about you. She doesn't care about you the same way I do. So why do you write to her but not to me? If you wrote to me, I would treasure each and every single word. I don't want to flaunt them like this. I would put those letters in a box under my bed and keep them only to myself. I would treat them with respect. I would treat them with care. I would. I really, truly would. But it doesn't matter what I would do. It doesn't matter at all. The reason you write to is never me. I'm able to hold it together at school, but at night it's much harder as I lie in bed where nobody else can see me. Finally, let my feelings leak out one by one. My cheeks are wet, my eyes are red and puffy. I have to bury my head in my pillow, worried that if I stop to wake up my parents, I don't want to cause them trouble. I'm enough of a burden already. It's all my fault we moved here, even though they didn't want to. They've done so much for me, but I can never seem to repay them. It's supposed to be because I'm selfish, because I can only think about myself. I can at least give them this little bit of consideration and not wake them up with my stupid self-indulgent sobbing. How many times have I cried myself to sleep? I don't remember. By this point, I've lost count, and yeah, I know as I drift off to sleep, it'll be exactly the same tomorrow. I'll convince myself that today is the day that you will send me a letter. I'll force myself to believe it, just so I can get out of my bed in the morning. Inevitably, when I come down the stairs, those naive hopes will be shattered anew. Every single day, I wake up only to be disappointed. In that case, what's the point in waking up? I really am an idiot. am. Hardcore. Noah looks over her shoulder at me. Her eyes are wet. Those light blue irises are mixed over with moisture. Her long lashes stuck together speckily. Her cheeks are light pink, a stark contrast to the rest of her pale skin. She's crying because of me. I drove her to this. Me. It's all my fault. I start to grapple, desperate to comfort her, to calm her down. I don't want to see Noah cry. I would never ever want to see that. Just look at her face is breaking my heart. No, that isn't it at all. I don't think you're bad. I don't think you're selfish. I just didn't tell you because I didn't want to hurt you. It's because I was a coward. It really wasn't your fault. Noah sniffling, wiping her eyes with the back of her hand. Her eyes are swollen. It looks painful. Though her cheeks are still wet, her face twitches slightly with grief. She offers me a small, shy smile. How can she still smile at me like that even though I treat her so badly? I don't understand. I don't deserve that smile at all. I guess it was being paranoid. I don't know you're not a liar, Chen. I do trust you. I do. That's the truth. Yeah, I'm not a liar. Instead, I'm just a loser. Hee hee. Now giggles softly. She hiccups between her letter. Laughter is punctuating it, so oddly so it seems like a sob. At least it's something. Maybe just a little bit, but I like that. Huh? Why? Chen would it be Chen if he wasn't a loser? Hee hee. It's true. Chen released the most rotten of all. Where did you come from? Silly Chen. I was here all along. Take that. The magical hammer of justice. Says the magical hammer of justice better not to use mortals as Jugacy. I mean, what? Whoa. Mom went in a pain and tried to swat and move away from me. What's so magical about pinching my cheeks? It's the heart. It's all about the heart, Chen. But it hurts. It's supposed to. It's your punishment. Your punishment for upsetting Noel. You're the last person who should give out punishment, you demon. Don't talk back to me, Chen. I did tell you to say goodbye to Noel, that you know. I did, but you didn't listen to me. You're so uncool, you're chilling me sauce. If you're a main character in a romance manga, you think right at the bottom in the popularity polls. You're no handsome prince at all. Whoa, I couldn't even feel my cheeks anymore. What if they get all stretched out and misshapen permanently? I don't want that to happen. Anything but that. And monster, it really is a monster. Actually, his face looks funny. Still, even though it hurts, it doesn't feel too bad. It's because of a movie that Noah is able to laugh right now. I really do value Amu. To me, she's irreplaceable. And then Amu's voice falls on me like a ton of bricks. Why didn't you even write her letter, stupid? It's a girl's heart is a fragile thing. You have to handle these things with care. Hey, if you're so concerned with the fragility of her, why didn't you flaunt those letters I sent you? Why did you flaunt those letters I sent you so much? That. Let's go. Shock. Her face turns red. It's not because I'm showing off or anything, I just thought that the rest of the class would be interested to hear how you were doing. It wasn't because I felt unhappy about receiving those letters or anything. Somehow it moves us a lot less honest than usual. I wonder. Chen is an idiot. I agree. And Noel and Cuckoo don't chastise her for telling the truth, Chen. I sigh, folded my arms. I think I might be a bad influence on Noel. My little girl used to talk in such a delicate, maidenly way, but now, why is I thinking something so weird? It's so like Noel is mine or anything. I certainly don't think of her as my daughter. What's going wrong with my brain? Maybe Amu's hit me over the head too many times. Something had to give it eventually. Cuckoo, what do you think it's going to do that, Chen? No, hey, it's okay. You're at that age after all, even if your body doesn't look like it. Yeah, my face on thread. Why am I so easy to read? This is nothing to do with you. Get out, bald demon. Out. They whip my head at, and Amu is scattering insult in her direction, playing along with me. Amu's eyes wide in a fox alarm. I don't know how much good it has been revealed what a cute ghost girl to do. And with that, she rushes off, taking refuge by the window at the other side of the classroom. I decided to watch her go, wiping my forehead with my sleeve. Honestly, I'm that girl. Noel giggles. You two sure look happy together. Amy's just an idiot. Noel smiles. It's okay, I don't mind. I'm happy, really am. I'm glad I could make some cheerful memories with you and Amy. It's all right. It's all right. Yes, it's all right. So she says, but something starts to nag at me, gnawing on the corner of my brain. There's still something we haven't talked about. It's the sign in our garden, the one I reached for sale. But Noel, huh? What is it, Chen? Are you sure it's really all right? I mean, you're not going to stay in this village forever, are you? You're going to be moving soon, right? That's right, I'm moving. I'm suffering. I'm bringing up myself. I just didn't want to talk about it. It's stressful. I know you didn't need to apologize. I didn't tell you I was moving. After all, it's not an easy topic. I think I know how you must have felt, maybe just a little. Noel begins to pick at the hem of her dress. Pick. That whole white dress really does look frayed, almost falling apart at the seams. It's so old and it's not even white anymore. Instead, it's a strange off of gray. I wonder why she still wears it. It is a mystery. Moving is all my parents ever talk about anymore. Always, all the time. It's what shall we take with us? How much will it cost? When will we sell the house? All of that talk about money and planning and travel is tiresome. It really gives me a headache. And that's why I started going to the forest more, taking late night walks Yes, I just want to get away. I don't want to hear about that anymore, even though I know I can't keep avoiding it forever. Hey, no, I don't get it. Emu walks towards us with the peanut as curiously. I guess you got tired of playing ghosts. Emu's like that when people stop paying attention to her, even for a few moments, she gets restless. Even if you're moving, it's such a big deal, right? I'm sure you can still see action again. Emu's always so optimistic, constantly punctuating her sentences with exclamation points. She turns almost everything into an explanation. That's just her way of dealing with the world, I think. However, in this case, I know that kind of cheerful optimism is no good. I went to see Noah's mother yesterday in our disconcertingly white kitchen. I know the full truth of this matter, even if Emu doesn't. And that might not be no good. I don't know, be so gloomy yet, I don't understand why you're both acting like this. You can't have this defeatist attitude in life. I'll get you know where you know. I realize that, but there's also something else. Something else I don't understand. Amy glares at her arms folded. Maybe she feels like she's being left out. Is that why she's acting so prickly? I'm a stupid person, so you have to explain it simply in terms even I can't understand. That's because, I frown, although I know it's foolish for some reason. I feel guilty. Almost as though I betrayed her simply by knowing this piece of information she wished to keep a secret. You might not know, but I spoke to your mother yesterday. She told me all about it. And all this I look particularly surprised. Her expression doesn't even flicker. She hangs her head like a convicted criminal and simply sighs. She did this. I was kind of shocked. I didn't think she was a confessional type. You would be surprised. My mother is a very kind person. She has a big heart. Even though she looks so scary, it looks to be deceiving, I suppose. Moreover, she's been very distressed recently. I have a bad daughter, and I don't like talking to her about serious matters. If she's stifling, I don't think it's that bad. I understand. I was pretty mean to my parents when I had to move too, although my circumstances weren't so dire. I think my mother has been feeling lonely and wants somebody to confide in, so we're upset as it is odd that she told you. Even though I'm a loser, don't be so harsh on yourself. You're a little bit of a loser, but my mother likes you. She thinks you're nice. Really, I always assumed that she thought I was irritating. She's whatever. But that's how she shows her love. That's why she always made you tea when you came to play. Remember? Yeah, I do. She still be tea yesterday as well. He being invited to a private tea point of mother is a good sign. Trust me. Wow, heart. Hearing praise coming in directly from a person that high standards like Sakata Lucy is making my ears turn red. Hey, it's starting to feel a little cold in here. Emu stands in the corner, on one hand on her hip. She's pouting. You two, it's like you're talking in some secret code or something. Would you mind telling me about it? Well, you see, no, so maybe somewhere quite far away, like to the city, just like you. Even further than that. Emma pauses to look at immense concentration on her face. She seems to be really straining her brain. Will she get it? Although she's never been good at school-related subjects, Emma can be quite perceptive at times. Emma scratches her nose. She scrubs her feet against the dirt. And then, you mean her parents bought their own private island somewhere? They're going to build a large mansion there and live on it? Cut off from the rest of society? Wait, what? How on earth did you come with that ridiculous conclusion after weighing up all the options? It seemed like the most likely answer. How is that the most likely? Well, maybe not the most likely, but that'd be pretty exciting, huh? This girl is an idiot. At least she's a well-meaning idiot. Her bright smile really helps lighten the mood. You see, Emma frowns as her friend faintly gloomy expression on her face. But parents want me to move to England, as you may imagine. I've been worrying about it just a bit. Even though she talks softly, she still sounds agitated. After all, I can't speak any English. Going to a new school that far away in a completely different country with a completely different culture. I don't know if I'm able to make something like that. It's scary. The unknown really is frightening. It's not something I can deal with easily. I'm just not a very strong person, and I don't know what to do. I look at Nora, my mouth open in surprise. I never heard her talk at such a great length before. Never, even my whole life. Although Noelle doesn't tend to tell lies, she's usually less forthright with her feelings. That's why she paints. She's more in direct, abstract form of self-expression. A language that isn't made up of words. That she would open up this much just by her own anxiety and tell me these things of her own accord. Maybe she really has changed, maybe in her own way. No, I'll start taking a few steps forward. But I think I have learned something important today. I realized that after talking with Emu, she made me understand who me. Yes, you taught me something. I did it. I don't remember doing anything like that. I haven't applied for a teacher's license or anything. It doesn't matter. You made me realize that it's wrong to just give up. You told me yourself that I should always do my best. And even if I can't do my best, I can still confide in others. That's what friends are for, I think. Amy laughs awkwardly, rubbing the back of her head with her hand. Her hair is completely messed up, so untidy, and even a bird would claim me for a nest. I don't remember saying anything like that. Amy looks at me with a hot blush across her cheeks. Did I really say something like that, corny at Chan, did I? Now let me remember. You can't give up, Noel. You only lose when you give up. If you're dissatisfied with that, you just need to try even harder. Sometimes things don't go according to plan. If it goes right, regardless of what you do, but you have to keep telling yourself they will. Even if you're in a wrong situation, you need to keep telling yourself it'll get better. Maybe you can't do anything to change it, but you have to believe it will change eventually. You need to have hope. Otherwise, you'll get depressed. You won't be able to get out of bed in the mornings. You don't have to do everything alone. That's what friends are for, right? To cheer you up. If you feel sad, you should reach out to people. A trouble shared is a trouble halved. You might have said some things like that, yeah. No way, that's so embarrassing. Enough money with pain, Emma buries her head in her hands. Her face is bright red, her whole body trembling. I have half a mind to poke her in the side just to see if she'll react. Is she okay? I didn't think it was corny, it was helpful. I never really considered it before. Emma peeks out between her splayed fingers, still covering her face. Shelly, she replies. Well, it's nothing like you need to call me teacher or anything, and I don't even charge for the benefit of my golden wisdom, you know? So I think you got a pretty good deal there, Noel. Her laughter is so awkward it's kind of cute. I mean, really, it's about being complimented, isn't she? Thank you, Emma. You really did teach me a lot. I realized after talking to you too, maybe my problems are so insurmountable. After all, I'm not going to give in. Noel's expression is visible. Her about to set in a firm smile. Although the idea of a change is scary, some days it really is hard for me to get out of bed. I don't want to give up so easily. Now when I have a whole future waiting for me. Her eyes are still red from crying. Her cheeks are unusually flushed as though shoot with a fever. Her shoulders are shaky from adrenaline, but she still smiles. She with a strongest smile. Sometimes when everything seems hopeless, smiling is the bravest thing you can do. The time went by so fast. Where did it all go? One moment I was together with Amy and Noel in our old school reminiscing. And all of a sudden I'm here at the place where my journey began. The old dilapidated train station that looks even gloomier than usual under the slowly descending evening. That signal beat up old bench sitting by itself looks strangely sad. What was the last time anybody used that bench anyway? I have no idea. I said so few people take the train here. The station is pretty disused. I bet the bench is lonely. Maybe I should sit on it before I leave. I don't want it to feel unwanted. That's a ridiculous concern, though. It's not like the bench could feel anything. It's an inanimate object. But the mere fact that this bench belongs here in my old hometown makes me feel connected to it somehow. Oh, I really am being overly sentimental. I must sound like such a dork. It's just me, Noel, and I together staying by the train station. I already returned to my grandparents' home to pick up my suitcase. I expected my grandparents to come to the train station to see me off, but they declined. It was quite an odd exchange. Now that I think about it, it went a little like this. Don't worry about it, lad. It's such a big farewell. Yes, you don't want old busybodies like us getting your way, do you? Oh, what do you mean? Of course I don't mind. You're my grandparents. Oh, it's very kind of you to offer, dear, but wouldn't you rather say your final goodbyes along with your two cute girlfriends? Huh? What do you mean, girlfriends? Hear that, Chan, we're your girlfriends. I am? I didn't realize the only one I love is Jello. Hey, you two, don't encourage Sam. You're not. I mean, I'm not. You wouldn't want us with you, lad. We would get in your way. And besides, I'm surprisingly spry from our age. Might you still want your pretty lady friends from you with my rugged good looks and debonair charm? Oh, now I think about it, you are quite the looker, sir. Why, thank you. I broke a lot of hearts back in my day, I'll have you know. Wow, how cool. I wouldn't have known there were so many hearts to break around here. All my youth, I didn't live here. I was a city boy, you see, right in the thick of it. It was an exciting time to be young. Amazing. That's really amazing. Now I'm getting jealous. But when I go up to the city and break lots of hearts, too. That's like my reason for living. Well, now, maybe I could give you some tips. Yes, please. From now on, I'll be your pupil. I hope you take good care of me. Emu, except I had a flirt with my grandpa. Hey, I was a flirting. I was just asking for advice. Does it look like it to me? Could it be that you're jealous? What a plot twist. No way, I'm not jealous. It's not my fault your grandfather is a worldling man. I'm sure you could learn a lesson or two from him as well, Aunt Jan. Yes, it's true. I've got to catch up. I must admit. Oh, dear, don't encourage that old man. His head is bloated enough as it is. It'll only become even more bloated if I catch him in the company of any young women. Ho. Wow, Shio, you're kind of scary. I saw Amy hit it off surprisingly well with my grandfather. She could get along well from almost anyone, can't she? Speaking of Amy, wow, actually, I'll miss you. Kia, I won't be pain as Amy squeezes me tightly in her arms. My bones cry out in protest. I can almost hear them crying. I wonder if she shouldn't have cursed me to death on purpose. Amy, you're hurting me. I know I am, but why? To give you something to remember on the train back home. I don't want you forgetting about me here. I'll imprint my memory on your body forever. I don't think I could forget that easily, even if I wanted to. And why would you want to, mister? I don't. It's just a figure of speech. Are you sure? Of course. I don't ever want to forget you, Emu. Finally, thankfully, Emu releases me from her iron grip, a small smile on her face. Sorry, Chen. I guess I got a little carried away. Geez, you think? I was just proving the depth of my affection, that's all. It could have killed me. No, watches us a small smile on her face. It really is more from people, isn't it? I never knew. I don't know if being with Emu is always fun. I'm in fear for my life every single second. As if to prove my point, Emu sucks me on the back hard. Too hard. Cuckoo just makes more exciting, doesn't that, Chan? Exciting in a terrifying way, but that sums up to life best, doesn't it? Every day is brand new adventure. Hey, now you're saying some pretty cliche things, but Noelle, surprisingly enough, seems to take Emu's words to hear to heart. She nods seriously, a fixed expression on her face, as though listening to a teacher in the class. I swear if she had no pal with her, she'd be writing that down. Thank you, Emu. From here on in, I really will do my best, huh? Oh, hee. I'm a little afraid of moving. I don't know, it really is frightening, but I don't want to despair anymore. If I have hope, then surely everything will work out. Hope you have a very nice time in England, Noel. Be sure to send me back some tea. You like tea? Yeah, I love it. That's one of my passions in life. I always wanted to try authentic British tea. Oh, I didn't expect that. I thought English hobbies would be more undignified, right? That's not what I meant. It's okay. Most people are surprised if they find out how refined my tastes are. Despite my appearance, I have a palate of truly sophisticated. Oh, I can't help but roll my eyes at that opulent laugh. It doesn't suit Emu at all. The three of us standing together, engaged in light conversation, all the while it feels like the small suitcase in my hands is dragging me down. Even though that suitcase only contains the barest of essentials, I still feel heavy. It is a physical weight instead of an emotional one. The burden of my regrets maybe this sounds kind of silly, but I think in a way that's the truth. I don't want to go home, not just yet. It feels like I only just got here. Although I made so many precious memories, I'm worried that if I leave, they'll all get wiped away. I'll miss them, Emu, Noel. I really will. When I see them next, I have no idea. Since Noel's going to England, I may never see her again. This could be the last time, and so deep down from the bottom of my heart, I make a wish. I pray that these two will be okay no matter what life throws at them. I never want them to stop smiling. Hey, Chan, are you okay? I blink in surprise. Emily's waving her hand in front of my face. Her mouth forming the shape of an upside-down triangle. I'm okay. I was just spacing out. There isn't much time for that, though. Really, yes. You only have 5 minutes until the train arrives. I looked down at my watch and alarm. Is that really true? The time can't go by that quickly, can it? Yeah, you should get going, Chen. You wouldn't want to be late, would you? No, I guess I wouldn't. You're right. The three of us walked together to the platform. With every single step, my suitcase seems to get heavier and heavier. There, under the darkening sky, I can see it. The train is waiting for me, ready to take me back home. No matter how familiar this small village feels. Go away, Spice Grape. I was tired of people getting on new games and blocking my text, man. Okay, anyway, the fact remains that this isn't my home. Not anymore. I can't stay here. I have a whole new life waiting for me. Even 7 hours away along these train tracks, a new home, a new school, new friends, Saki, Miho, Yuna. Before I even realized that everything changed. That's what happened in life. Everything changes, and all you can do is keep on going, keeping everything you have. Try not to get swept away. I only have 3 minutes left. If I ever gets too difficult, you can always talk to me, when you move to England, you should give me a new address. Yes, of course I will. It would be nice finally receiving a letter from you. I waited for so long. This time I'll make sure you get it. I promise. I know you're a good person. You always keep your promises. So I'm not worried. You're not? Well, maybe a little, but not about you. And I'm doing my best not to be. Are you sure you'll be okay? Are you really sure? No, I'm not. Not entirely. Nobody can know what the future will bring, but I'm going to do my best, and I won't give in. Noelle clenches her hands into fist. She lifts her hand, and with a smile on her face, her expression said, she stakes it. Oops, sorry, I guess I missed that. I think okay, adapt anything after all. And I think I went through this visual novel without skipping too much like I normally do. I feel a little bit better about myself now. Haha. Anyway, I sit on the unpleasantly patterned seat in an empty train compartment, my head resting against the window. The movement of the train knocks my head against the window, but I don't mind. I continue to sit there and stare. The sound of the old rusted train going over the tracks fills my ears with a low, dull, monotonous noise. I wonder what Amy and Nola are doing. Are they still sitting by the train tracks shivering in the cold? No, I don't think so. It's more likely that they've gone home already. They're past parting. But Amy was sitting in her cozy kitchen, her dad bellowing words like a starting in her ear, while her little sister sits on her lap tugging at her hair. Her mother will be prepared something delicious to eat, and that noisy family will be sitting together at the dinner table all smiling. Noelle will be in her own home with her mother and father. Maybe they'll be talking about me, maybe not. It's more likely that they'll be talking about their impending move to England. Amy and Noelle have always been completely different. Their homes, their families, their personalities, nothing about their lives is all that similar, and yet I think maybe they're a bit closer together now than they were before. I hope they can become good friends. I have visions of them walking to school together, smiling, sharing one of Noel's homemade homemade lunchboxes during break, painting pictures in art class, Noel instructing Amy on the finer points of portraiture. I want to Noel throw that creepy painting away. She doesn't need it anymore, right? I hope not. I hope I will be able to make a difference. Even though Noel is moving, I don't think that has to be a bad thing. Everything changes after all. Even I changed. I smiled to myself as I look out the window. It's so dark outside I can hardly see anything, only the faintest outlines of the fields as they roll past an indistinct blur of dark green. I used to be afraid of change, so I tried to run away from it. I tried to avoid it, but because of my own cowardice, I did something unforgivable. I hurt Noel. I don't want to hurt any of my friends like that ever again, even though it's frightening. Even though admitting it is hard, I have to try to accept it. People change, relationships change, circumstances change. Damn it, Pablo is back up there again. Get away, Pablo. The whole world changes just as day turns into night. Nothing can stay the same forever, but that doesn't mean friendships have to come and end. It simply means that they are faced with new obstacles and new challenges, and they evolve in the attempts made to overcome them. Who knows, maybe over time it's possible for them to become even more beautiful, just like flowers blooming under the warm summer sun. The way we all go. Who's that? I guess we're just getting the credits now. Can I skip it? Oh, hey, there's an actor thing. Cool. Etchen. Hey, Etchen. What? I guess they're kids. Emu. At Blake, it's dark. Emu's face is lit up by the lantern strung around the stalls. She looks creepy with a part of her face lit up, kind of like she's holding a torch in her chin and she's ready to tell a ghost story. Well, I don't like ghost stories. I hope she'll be nice to me today. Oof, I guess not. Did she really have to hit me that hard? That's a strike. Good and cheerfully, Emu gives me a victory sign. I can see all of her pearly white teeth, though one of them is missing. It fell out a few days ago, but no, it's true. It just didn't fall out. That of its own free will. Emu kept prodding it at first with her tongue, then her first fingers, until at the middle of class she yanked it right out of her gums. There was a lot of blood. It bubbled out of her mouth. She streamed down to her chin like a fountain. Some of the children started to scream. I didn't scream, but it made me feel kind of faint, and Amy didn't care. I think she liked it. She enjoys attention. Speaking of which, hey, why aren't you wearing a yukata? Emu pouts. That's what Mom said, too. She kept pestering and telling me to wear it. It was so annoying, but why don't you want to wear one? Because they're comfy. They makes me feel all itchy, and I can't even climb trees in them. You're not meant to climb trees at festivals, though. Or are there even any trees around here to climb? It's my life, and I can do what I want. If everybody else is wearing yukata, I don't see you wearing one. That's because I'm a boy. Boys can wear them, too. They're just not expected to dress up like girls are. It's so unfair. If girls will act a certain way, I'm not going to be a girl anymore. Does that mean you're going to be a boy? No, I don't want to be a boy. My dad's a boy. I'd rather stick my own fingers in my eyes to be like him. Oh, so I frown if she doesn't want to be a girl. She doesn't want to be a boy. What else is there? Is there any other category that exists somewhere in between? Okay, Tumblr. If there is, I'd never heard of it, but I don't know if that means it doesn't exist. I mean, my parents know everything. That would be a boy or a girl. Both have rules. Both are stupid. I want to be a person with there's no rules at all. What would that be? I don't know. Maybe a dinosaur? A dinosaur, yeah. I'd love to be a dinosaur. Even though dinosaurs aren't people. I did my dad in this school and other people who said girls have to wear yukata, but boys don't. You would eat me as well, will you? Well, maybe. It depends. Depends on what. Immigrants or whether you'll buy me dumplings. Okay, so I guess it's going to be some kind of long after story. Okay, alright, this time for sure, Splosh. Okay, then this time I splash this time. Splosh, I'm sorry, lad, but that's your last go. If you would try getting us cough up some more cash. Wow, well, no way. I felt my lower lip trying to steam on my oncoming tears. I know it's silly, I know it's something like this. It's only a game, but still. The fish in that container all looks so sad. The container is far too small and far too many fish. I hate being in crowded places and I'm like lots of people. I wonder if the fish feels the same. What to save them, I want to think about put them in a nice big tank. If I could do at least that much, then I wouldn't have to feel so sorry for them. But I'm useless, even though I tried so many times to give the man the soul on my pocket money. I didn't catch a single one. Ooh. Oh, actually, I was wrong. I left my head stiffly, wiping my eyes with the back of my head. It's Abu. Tucked under one arm is a teddy bear. On the other hand, she's clutching some box of the candy in a Lucky Cat money box. Amazing. I left her all over 5 minutes and she's already able to win this much. How's that even possible? Ah, hello, Mr. Jokasaki. It looks like you're already conquered the cork raffle stall. Aha, Abu grins proudly, puffing out her chest. Yeah, that's right. The man at the stall said I would be able to win the big prize. He said it would be impossible for me because I'm only little, but I sure showed him. Aha, my foolish nephew should have egged on you on. That silly boy will be crying over his losses tonight. You mark my words. I basically it's my stall right now. Head between his legs, sobbing. Well, haha, I'll have to give him a story talking to later. It giggles. So you go to challenge me, have you? Should I file for bankruptcy now just to save time? Well, I don't know. I'm not so interested in fish, Chen. Ugh. Even as small as I mean, you can have them. I don't want them anyway. I'd get surprised. It was pushing the stuffed bear into my arms, even though I never asked for it. It's true that I thought the bear was kind of cute, but this is I can't take this bear. It belongs to you, Ed. It's okay. I didn't really want it, but you still want it. Yeah, because I got this house that I couldn't. I just wanted to prove him wrong. I had to. Oh, well, if you're sure, I'm sure. Take it. He'll be happier with you. I thank you. I accept the bear, hugging it close to my chest. His fur is soft. It smells faintly of fried food. Maybe because of all the fast food stalls dotted around. There, now you don't need to cry anymore, okay? That Teddy won't show you up. Teddy? That's his name. Is it really? That's right. I thought of it myself. I can imagine Amy is so big at Amy thing. She's always so literal. Still, Teddy really is cute. His smiley face does make me feel better. Now that you said because you couldn't catch any fish out, Chad, how'd you know? Because I know how clumsy you are. Oh, I snuffled buried my head in my new friend's fur. He alright, gritted Amy's points with one finger at me, the man running the fish scooping stall. I'll take 5 point, please. I'm kind of catching all the fish you have. 3 of us, Amy the bear and I, sit on the wooden bench facing the lantern-lined streets. We've been coming here for around 2 hours, looking at all the stalls, playing the games, and eating food. It didn't take long for us to see, do almost everything, and yet, even though it was literally a tiny village festival that lasted a short handful of hours, fizzling out far too soon like a sparkler, it still feels special. Just because I'm with Amy. Every moment with her feels special. Sure, look. Squeaking in surprise, Amy gets up to her feet, jabbing her finger up into the night sky. I follow her finger with my eyes lifted at my head. Fireworks. Wow, aren't they pretty? Yeah, they really are pretty. Amy giggles, displaying the gap in her front teeth. I'm glad I got to see these with you. You really are my best friend. I feel my face flush. I clutch my titty closer to my chest, those things kissing with my cheek. I'm glad I got to see it with you too. I'm gonna be like those fireworks you just watch. Huh? I thought you were going to be a dinosaur. I'll be a dinosaur firework. I'll go off into a big wide world of being like batting. I'm gonna go loads of places with lots of things that fill the world with pretty colors. The spot that crossed Amy's lips, illuminated by the fireworks. To this day, I still haven't forgotten it. How could I ever forget a smile like that? She really is one of the strongest people I know. I kind of wish this would get made into an anime, short little anime series. Because if there's there's lots of endings to this, so if there's a canon ending to it, maybe we can, get an anime to it. It'll be kind of cool. School Days had a different ending in the anime, and then the manga and the ending was different, and there's a visual novel with a bunch of different endings. So let's see what ending I got real quick. All right, so I got the Friends Together ending number 7 out of I think 20 or 21 possible endings. I'm not going to go through them all. I don't know how there can even be that much, or is it that many options to choose from in this, unless the different options I chose would have, branched off into a bunch of different ones that I didn't get the choice to pick from. But anyways, guys, this is pretty nice. I don't know how this would be considered horror unless there's a different branch of options I could take. But there's a guide up here that I could look through and see what I missed. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you all later.